All right, I got cut off. I'm back. I've been talking about how Jaden, 21-year-old kid, no experience, no cash to start, just a little bit of cash, enough to get in the test group. How he made $30,000 in the last 2 months. I think technically it's $34,000 or 32. I posted screenshots on my Snapchat, Instagram. He actually sent me a copy of the check. He got one client to pay him 20 grand, a doctor's office, to manage his social media for 12 months. So I'm going to show you in this program. I'm going to put a link to tailopez.com/media. Now listen, before I do this talk and answer your questions, this closes tonight, Sunday, at midnight. Okay? So there's only like 9 hours left. Or a little less than that. 8.5 hours. So if you're procrastinating, you're going to miss out. And every time I close this, people think I'm joking, and then they start freaking out, calling my office. Look, I'm going to show you a way you can get small businesses to pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month to manage their internet marketing, which is their website, their email, and their social media. And I'm going to show you how to do that whether you're 15 years old, 50 years old, whether you're male or female in, Madrid, Spain. I got people, 92 countries that follow me, people using this technique. And I've only opened this up 2 months ago. And already, my goal is to make 300 people millionaires, or at least six figures. People who started from nothing, just like me. I was living in a mobile home and sleeping on a couch when I got started back in 2001. I'm going to give you 15 years of experience. I started when I was real young and still a teenager, learning how to be an entrepreneur. And I had mentors who showed me how to build businesses. See, I didn't know how to do it. I graduated high school and those years were basically wasted. So maybe you feel the same way about your education. You didn't learn how to increase your income. By the way, this is an Aventador. I'm going to the Laker game. I'm going to be sitting next to the Lakers on the bench. Me and T.O. If you guys know who T.O. is, Terrell Owens played football, probably be in the Hall of Fame here as one of the top receivers of all time. So I'm driving back, and been raining in San Diego. This car's got 700 horsepower. This is basically the fastest car on the road. Even a Bugatti, 0 to 60, this will beat a Bugatti. After 60 miles an hour, the Bugatti catches up. After the first quarter of a mile, a Bugatti will beat it, because the Bugatti goes over 250. This only goes like 217 or something like that. But it's a fast car, 12-cylinder. There is an SV version, but this is convertible. This is called a Roadster. And the SV, there's not many SVs. It's hard to find them convertible. So I'm gonna wait, get an SV, which has 750 horsepower, once they have more convertible hardtops. I like convertible hardtops. Anyway, back to this. Today, if you saw my Snapchat, I've been house shopping, and one of the things that I recommend for you is take your money, okay, and as you earn more money, part or full time, use that money to get a nicer place to live. I would do that before you get a nice car. In fact, the first time I figured out how to make six figures, I made about 70 grand in 9 months, back when the internet first was used for marketing. And I went from 0 to 6 figures. First thing I did was move out of a mobile home where I didn't even have a room, okay, in Clayton, North Carolina. And I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, which was the bigger city. And I got myself a house. I had 2 roommates, but I still had a house with my own room, which was like big for me back then. And I got a car. I got a Mitsubishi Galant. I think I bought it from CarMax or one of those rental places. And it was a $6,000 or $8,000 car. And that was a big deal for me, because I didn't have a car that really worked before then. I had to borrow cars. Couldn't take any girls on dates because I was so embarrassed. So wherever you are, I feel you. And you got to learn how to not rely on the government, how to not rely on other people, how to not rely on Donald Trump or wherever you live in the world. They ain't gonna change your life. What's gonna change your life is you increasing your income. Now, if you already have a job full time, one of the best things to do is create multiple streams of income. So you can have some part-time. I always have had more than one stream of income. Always have had 2 since I was 19 years old, 2 minimum. Now I have much more than 2. But when I got started out, why? Because you got to diversify. This is the first rule. You know, the billionaire Warren Buffett has a 72 main sources of income, because his Berkshire Hathaway company owns 72 companies, big ones. Each of them give him cash flow and you know, increase in value, the equity. So every day he's getting wealth built for him in 72 plus different ways. I'm sure he has more than 72, but publicly he has 72. And you can do the same thing. You can't go from 0 to having 72 different streams of income, but you can add another one, and you can do it part-time. I just posted some screenshots of a young kid I think he lives in London, and in the last week he's got 2 companies paying him 800 pounds, which is about $1,200 a month. Sometimes
You're on.
back on. So it's a 4-month test group. You'll be in it. You'll have videos. You'll get a special, it's password protected. It's a members only website you can access on your laptop or phone, and you can watch it. I recommend you spend about 15 minutes a day watching it, and it'll take you about 4 months, and you'll be certified. And you can even, and the goal is you get to one or more clients paying you $1,000 to $10,000 a month each client. And so, like I said, this guy's making $1,200 from 2 clients. He's charging a little less, which you can do sometimes. He's only having to manage their Instagram, but that's great income. An extra $1,200, and he's probably going to only have to do an hour of work a week and make an extra $1,200. An extra $1,200 a month will get you a nice car or a nicer place to live in any city. If you're already paying rent or have a mortgage, an extra $1,200 is a ton. And this is just from 1 or 2 clients. Imagine if you get 5 clients. This Jading is interesting. He's going to fly down, he said this week. He's got so many clients that he can't take them all. But he still told me, Tai, don't leave this program. I don't want other people to learn this. He was one of the first people to get in. That's why I say, you snooze, you lose. You know, that could have been you. I opened this program 2 months ago, but a lot of people think stuff's scams. They think, this can't happen for me. They have fear. They're procrastinators. Don't be one of those people, you know. Now, not everybody's going to have the same results. Not everybody's going to be like Jaden and make 34 or 32,000 in 2 months. I'm not promising that. What I'm promising you, and I'm giving a money-back guarantee, 4-month money-back guarantee, 100% of your money back if you didn't think it was worth it. So you only need 1 client paying you to pay for the whole program. If you own your own business, think of all you're going to learn from me. I know how to make money on social media. I'm one of the top people in the world doing it now. Maybe the Kardashians do a little bit more than me. Kim Kardashian was on the cover of Forbes for $52 million, but it's not even all from social media. It's from her app, her video game app, which technically I guess you could call social media. But point being, what I'm saying here is giving you what, you know, what universities don't teach you this stuff. You can't learn this in a college. You think there's a professor out there who knows more about social media than me? I know a lot of those professors that teach social media. They're nice, they know stuff, but there's nothing like learning from people who are actually doing. And there's a difference. Not to disrespect anybody, but I'm just telling you the facts of life here. You know, if I want to learn how to build a house, I want to learn it from a carpenter or an architect. I like to learn that way, and some people want to learn different ways. I just spoke at Harvard 2 weeks ago. I flew into Harvard, spoke there, and I respect colleges, but they're not the only way, and they're very expensive. Harvard will cost you anywhere from $50,000 to $200,000 just to get an undergrad degree. That's a lot. That's a lot. And when I was starting out, I didn't have 200 grand. I didn't even have 50. You know, I didn't even have 5 grand or 3 grand. That's why I priced this test group very low. It's cheaper than a community college. You can't beat that. You just can't. And some people go, oh, Tai, you should do it for free. Well, no, I shouldn't. Why? I spent $10 million or more of my own money to learn these things that I'm about to teach you. If I have to spend $10 million Why can't people spend a little money? That's not fair. Do you go into Starbucks and go, hey, I think you should give me free coffee? Do you go into university and say, Mom, this is free? All the textbooks, give them to me for free. No. It's fair to charge a fair price. And I'm not even charging 1/10 of the price. I should charge, people are willing to pay me $100,000. Businesses will pay me to consult with them. I don't like to do it because I don't need the money, and my goal is not to make corporations richer. My goal is to help people just like me, just like you, go from nothing to something. And I'm not promising you to be a millionaire. You should set a goal of increasing the quality of your life. And for some of you, you might need $1 million to do that. But some of you might only need 10 grand extra a year. Some of you might need 20 or 30 or 100. You pick your number. It's up to you. Everybody lives a different life with different goals, different costs of living. Because this works no matter where you live in the world. This works. This will work in 92 countries. I have people following me. This works all over the world. So very important that you learn this stuff. I didn't always have an Aventador and all these cars that I have. And that's not my main goal, to get cars. I like cars. I like to collect cars. It's like, you could call it a hobby of mine. Everybody has their hobby. I don't collect Rolexes or jewelry. This is like my thing. And I make sure to give back a lot of money to other people and charities. I've given away $1 million worth of stuff over 12 months. Worth of cash, prizes, cars. I've given away, I think, 6 cars. I'm getting ready to give away 2 this month, because last month I was going to give a car away, but the person who won didn't want the car, if you can believe that, because they didn't want more expenses like insurance and stuff. So I'm going to give away 2 in November to make up for not giving away 1 last month. So, I'm telling you, the world is yours right now. The world's your oyster if you're willing to put in a little work and not procrastinate. Any good questions there? Stuck in damn traffic.
Where would you be without YouTube?
Where would I be? Well, so I've been an entrepreneur much before YouTube. A lot of people are haters, so they try to find one success and go, oh, this guy's only successful because of this. Look, I started at 19. I've been in the game. I've started many businesses, been an investor, advisor, owned many, started from scratch or bought different businesses. So this ain't my first rodeo. I didn't start YouTube till 2014, but I knew the formula of how to create virality even before YouTube. I got on YouTube. So people love to think stuff is luck, People are like, oh, Michael Jordan's lucky. Oh, Bill Gates is lucky. Oh, Steve Jobs was lucky. And there is truth to that. I've been lucky that I was born healthy. I've been lucky that I was born in a country where I have freedom. So I count my blessings. But luck isn't enough, because lots of people were born here healthy, So it takes more than just luck. Luck is a large part of all success, mine and other people's. But it's not the determining factor. It's lucky that, Ronaldo has the body and the skills to be able to play soccer, but he had to put in a lot of work and exercise to be a great soccer or football player. It just doesn't happen. I'm going to the Laker game right now. I'm sitting on the bench at the end of the bench next to the Lakers with me and T.O., Terrell Owens, football player, all-star, all-pro, amazing player, and he's been lucky that he was born healthy and all that, but it takes more than luck. So people like to explain away other people's successes because they're jealous and they're envious, but I don't recommend that for you, because then you don't learn from other people. When I see the Kardashians making money, it doesn't make me mad. It makes me want to learn what the heck are they doing that they've gone so viral and they've become the most popular and well-known people in the world. The clout score of Kim Kardashian is higher than the president of the United States. So instead of me being a hater, I try to get in there and figure out what the heck they did and what I can learn for it, because or else you can just spend your whole life, which is what I see on Twitter. I got a pretty big Twitter, and occasionally I look at the stream and it's just people bitching about stuff. Like their whole goal in life is just bitch how everything's unfair. Oh, I hate the Kardashians. Oh, I hate this. Oh, get rich quick schemes. Why not learn from it? You know, even some of you own your own businesses. You might not even start a social media marketing agency. Do you think I can teach you anything about social media? You think I know anything about social media? I'll tell you what I do. Any course I see online that's done by somebody who has street cred, meaning they've done it, I'll buy it. I don't even worry. I'll buy them all. I spend over $100,000 a month on my own education because I believe that formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. I saw the kids at Harvard. They're going to have a nice living. They got a Harvard degree. They'll always make a decent salary, but doesn't mean they'll make a fortune. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard, and then he made a fortune. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard, and then he made a fortune. There's nothing wrong with college, but if you see it as the only avenue, well, then you're going to make a living. My goal in life was never just to make a living. It was to make a life that I enjoyed, a lifestyle that I enjoy, whether it's event the doors or private jets. That's not my only goal. I'm not, people sometimes will confuse that I'm materialistic, but you know, I spent 2.5 years living with the Amish with no electricity in a log house with no it had running water, but no water out of a stream, a spring up in a mountain. So I've lived both materialistically and, you know, without so much materialism. And there's advantages of both.